Okay, we're back. This is part 2 of Mr. Max. This is after bath. As you can tell, he's nice and clean now. It's dried. It doesn't take us long. Very quick. We do use a power blower with them. We just don't blow them off the table. So, start out with, I'm going to ask my husband to plug my clippers back in. And as you can tell, he's not going anywhere. And as you can tell, his face really isn't really short with the 10 that I used. It's not forever short. So I am going to take the 10. I am going to try to finish cleaning the nose off if he lets me. Good boy, Max. And I do this because Max gets his hair in trouble because he has no teeth. He's an old dog. He is one of my difficult dogs. However, he's only snapped at the beginning of this grooming this time, which is pretty darn good for Max. Okay. Once again, I hollowed the eyes out. I made sure that all the stuff was out of the eyes. And how I did that is carefully going. I'm not after getting any part of the actual eye. Being very careful. He gets a lot of eye boogers. And because he is a senior, we keep that clean. Okay, back to the 7 to finish. 7F, FC, like I tell everybody. I use this majority of the time on my matted dogs very carefully. I am experienced, 40 plus years of experience. This is why I can get away with it. Because you just gotta be careful. And you can't be overzealous or too promiscuous. When it comes to these senior dogs, you can't be picky. You have to just let some things go. Max used to have a little wire underneath the chin, so he's really sensitive on the jaws. He no longer has a bottom jaw. And this is the side that he really gets promiscuous about. So we'll see if he lets me. He said, that's my hair, my face, what are you doing? So he's only doing it because he used to experience a lot of pain. It is a memory reflex because he's no longer in pain. If he was, he'd be telling me. And he's not saying, ow, that hurts. He lives around. I work with him. I don't go anywhere where I feel I'm going to get my clippers into trouble with Max. Because I don't want the fight. So I just do this really carefully. I hold him very gently. He can move. He can do whatever he wants. Because he's an old dog. And he deserves to. Again, never are we out for perfection. And I'll still scissor some of this. Not the body. Because once I'm done with the body, that's going to be it. Because he only has so much patience. Okay, can you turn his head this? Max, you got to turn your head this way. Thank you. No, I'm just holding. And I'm not holding. Just enough because I know he's gonna flinch. I know he's gonna try his best to turn around. Okay, front legs. Remember what I told you. When we shaved him when he had his mats, we're always going with the grain on a dog with sensitive skin. Never against. He has sensitive skin. Anything I can't get with the clippers, I get with the scissors. I think he has sensitive nerves too, because you touch him, he kind of just flinches. Oh, no. Give me your foot. Again, I'm not going to fight him. He wants to move. I'll keep his foot under him. He doesn't like to be stretched out like a Tarzan or, I don't know, what is that, Stretch Armstrong? He's not Stretch Armstrong, he says. His bones don't stretch that way. Opposite foot. No, let go. Thank you. Opposite foot to get the inside of the opposite foot. They can't flinch very much because they're concentrating on the fact that you have their other foot. So once the blades actually touch his skin is when he's flinching. It's not when the blades are cutting his coat. He's been not just once by us, because it happens. And again, it was with a number 10 that he did get nicked. So we don't use a number 10 on him because he's too skin sensitive and he's really thin skin. And should we get mats underneath that blade, it will pull right up between the blade teeth and will tear really easy, and he'll need to have stitches because he tears that easy. Now, I didn't ask him to pick it up. I'm just asking him to hold it. But if he picks it up, I'm just going to hold it. He can still take it. Use my fingers to pull the hair out. Areas that I can't quite reach. Okay. Let's finish off the front legs and then I'll shave down the rest of him. That way we can get this done. And we don't have to worry about turning him back around. Because he's an old dog. We want to get him done and off the table. Look at this, guys. He's got long nails. But don't be afraid to cut them. Cut half the nail off, guys. I'm not afraid. I can see exactly where that is. You know, we created Quick Stop for a reason. Big old chunks. Bring it underneath him. Look for the dew claw. I just catch the hook. I didn't quick him. Nothing wrong with that now. No blood. Don't be afraid to cut the nails. Look, guys. It's not just a little piece. Don't be afraid to cut the nails. These things grow fast. Trimming. Watch your fingers, please. So, see, that's the stuff that we didn't want, right? It's long hair. Take your scissors. Just trim it back to the length that your coat is. Don't fight with a dog. It's not worth it. First, cut across. Remember, we cut the nails already, so Now remember, you guys, this is the part you don't like. It's the top of the feet. He's so sensitive. Now I like his ears short, but they want fuzz. So we accommodate by looking where the ear leather is and seeing that it stops right here. I'll take that part first, and then I'll even it up from there. That's the ear. No, he's not a show dog. I'm not cutting him to look like he is. I'm not cutting him to make him fancy so his owners go out and see a fancy dog. We're cutting him to comfort him. Because he's an old dog. He has no bottom jaw. His tongue hangs out all the time. And he drools on himself all the time. So we have to make sure that whatever we do, we accommodate him for comfort. We don't care about looks. It's not what he's about. So, ear leather there. I'm putting my finger. There's the pass of the ear leather ear leather. So anybody who goes, oh, she's gonna cut his ear. No, ain't never cutting a dog. And I did learn this through all my years of how do you do these difficult, hard to handle, old senior dogs who deserve to have a beautiful look to them, even if it's the day before they're getting put down. They deserve it. You're shaking everything. Now, the idea between bobbing him like that, so that when he goes and he drinks, guess what? It's out of his food. See? Below his nose. It's out of his food. And that's what we want. When you have working owners or seniors Don't expect them to do what you need them to do. Seniors half the time can't even remember what you said when you got to the car. Once they're to the car, usually it's forgotten. So accommodate. And don't be afraid to tell your seniors, I'm sorry, but unless you can brush them, we're going to do it this way so that we're all comfortable all the way around. Don't be afraid to say, doing it for the dog. Because when you tell the owners that you're doing it for them, half the time they say, oh, it doesn't bother me. And we end up doing what the owner wants. Sometimes it's not in the best interest of the dog. We need to do what the dog needs. So for those who haven't heard me, this is the senior dog. He has no bottom jaw. You see his tongue sticking out all the time. He has sensitive skin. Tear is easy. So we do him in a number 7 even if he's matted. Just so we know that we're not going to hurt him. Okay. Turn him around. That's what we get for the front. That's it. I'm not doing anything else. Why? It's a senior dog. He has no front teeth. Drools all over himself. He's matted every time. And for the comfort of the dog, and to keep him from getting too upset from being up here for too long or too fussed over, we just do what we can. Quick as possible. All together, the dog takes us an hour and a half, start to finish. That's including bathing and drying. Are we doing Layla's nails?
I don't know.
I almost think we didn't do them last time, but I'm hoping
No,
we are.
because I think he's at the other house.
Layla is?
Yeah. They got him now.
Oh, they're keeping him permanently?
Yeah.
Okay. That'd probably be better off right now. Okay. You alright?
Yeah. Right now. Keep my arm up there like that. Hurt.
This way I haven't sat down. It's too much on my arms. Sorry, bud. His little tail's wagging.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Anything else on this? We will use the scissors. Simply for the fact we don't want any chances of anything hanging up on it. And all of a sudden licking our dog. Don't need that. Okay. Back feet. Again, pick it up under the dog. Leave it under the dog. Don't bring it out here. See how he's going to fight me because I have it out here? Bring it under the dog. Put it under. Takes the fight out of it. He's fighting, but you know what? He can't go nowhere. He can't pull it too away from me, towards him. And Straining it out doesn't do him any good. He doesn't want to give it to me, so he's not going to do that either. All he's going to do, in most dogs, is pull. So you take that away. You can't pull. There's no pull there. There's attempts, but there's no pull. See, he pushed out that time. He went this way because you can't get it underneath him. It's already there. Finger around, pull your skin forward. You'll see this. It's easier than trying to reach underneath there with these old dogs. So much easier. It's not worth the fight. I'll say that over and over and over and over. Senior dogs, old dogs, cranky dogs, not worth the fight. Work with them. It makes it so much easier. And trust me, we used to go to do this dog, and when he went to touch it, we were like, uh-oh. And this dog has substantially calmed down because we don't rush groom. And I understand a lot of groomers are on a time limit, hour and a half tops for dogs, but these senior dogs take a lot longer. They take more patience. And honestly, if you don't have the patience, please don't do them. Have somebody else. Don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry, I can't. He moves too much, I'm too afraid. Don't be afraid. Let the owner know you can't do them. Don't do something that's going to put you out of your comfort zone. Again, I'm not holding his leg out or anything on this side. I'm just holding it up underneath him. So he feels he still has his leg. He has the ability to pull it if he wants. It's just kind of restricted. Okay, last foot. Maltese, you're going to have curly hair. They have curly hair when they're shaved. It is a Maltese. When they get shaved short, their hair goes all wavy. And you're not going to get a perfect cut. Especially old dogs. Oops. He felt that under his foot, so he kind of like freaked. Just a little bit. Just a little max freak. Alright. Last foot. Last foot, little Max. Again, holding the foot under the dog. If you have those nails that curl up on the pad, go in them sideways and then take them out. He does that. He'll do that every time I clip the toenail. He'll like, but this is my toes. You took my toe. Where you going, Max? Max. Where you going? Where you going, bud? Huh? So even they need to bring him, have us come out more often on him before he gets into this kind of a condition. Must be his nipple or something, I feel, because it's not a mat. Or not. There you guys have a little Max who would prefer not to have me groom him. He would prefer that nobody would touch him. He would prefer that people would just leave him alone so that he can grow old. But you know what? He's just a little doll, even though he is just an old little man. And he has no bottom jaw. But he's just a cutie. And he's not going for a beauty show. Alright, guys. Leave me any messages if you have any comments.